Last few weeks we've been doing wrestling stuff. Today's probably the last week of wrestling for a little bit. And I wanted to kind of introduce you guys to this concept that is mostly only around in catch wrestling, because there's not a lot of other wrestling that does submissions, right? But catch wrestling is very submission savvy. So the idea is going to be, in catch wrestling we call it a terminal takedown. So the idea is a takedown that lands in a position where you're starting to submit as soon as you hit the mat. So instead of the traditional, like, I hit a double leg, he hits his back, I stand up, now I pass the guard, now I pin, now I start to submit. We're going to skip some steps, and we're going to try to take down with a grip that is going to set us up for a submission when we hit the ground. There's a bunch of ways we can do this, but the stuff we're going to go over today, we'll go over like taking a single leg into a leg lock entanglement. We'll go over a couple of Kimura throws. We'll probably do a couple standing submissions where you just submit on the feet. You don't even bother taking somebody down. And then if we have time, maybe we'll look at a couple other things, but that's where we'll get started. The first thing we'll go over is just your basic single leg, and it's gonna be a snatch single. And the idea is gonna be, we're just gonna keep control of the leg when we set them down. And once we have control of that leg, we'll start to attack our leg series. So there's a couple different types of single leg, right? There's there's snatch single, there's sweep single. The difference is going to be just how I grab the leg, right? So the traditional like wrestling, like sweep single that you'll normally see is going to be like that big penetration step, and we get out to here. That's fine. I don't love that one. I like playing a little bit more of a clinch, and for that, just a snatch single is going to work better. So we're in here, right? We're working our clinch. Maybe I get to my underhook. From here, all I got to do is lower, and when I want to pick up his leg, I got to make sure his weight is on his far leg, right? If his weight is on this leg and I start trying to pick it up, it's not going to be super successful. So instead, once I get here and I drop into this leg, what I want to do is I want to push him so his weight shifts to the other leg, and that's going to make picking this leg up easier. When we grab our single, the hand that goes behind the leg, palm down. If I go palm up with this leg, he could grab this hand, my top hand, and just pull it up, and that's gonna break my grip. If I go palm down, that solves that problem, right? So to set up your single, we're just gonna do, this is similar to when we did underhook day. We're just gonna get our underhook, good head position. I wanna be under his chin so that I have a good ability to drive him, because I'm gonna need to drive him to pick up his leg. Pop a squat, push him forward, pick his leg up, pinch your knees to keep that leg. Now, depending on how he defends, will depend on how we set him down. First, we're just gonna run the pipe from here. Very simple. We're just gonna step and pivot and drop, right? Now I've got this leg already, so I don't wanna lose it for this. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna post on his chest and drive into him. See how his leg kind of bends up? Just gonna sit back and fold over and lock. We have our calf slicer here. It's tight already, right? Yeah. So from here, the way we finish this is we squeeze, pinch, and we're just gonna, with our whole upper body, we're gonna attach to his shin, and we're gonna row backwards. All right. Simple one. Get into our single from our underhook. Push him forward, get his weight, drop, up, run the pipe. He sets down, I stuff that arm through. When I sit back, I'm sitting on that foot so that as he tries to stand up, I can sit across his hip. Lock the legs. When I want to finish here, pinch, curl your heels, attach your chest to the shin, row back. That's gonna be our first one. It's like a calf slicer off of a single leg. 1, 2.